Hi! Okay, so I guess I'll start this whole document series, I guess you can say, with explaining the reason why I even got a nose job in the first place. Basically, growing up, I went to a Christian school, and then in 3rd grade we moved, and I ended up going to public school for the first time. And let me say, I'm not picking on public schools at all, but the kids are really mean, I guess you can say. At a Christian school, you can get in trouble for making fun of somebody. At a public school, it's not necessarily taken care of as much as it would be in a private Christian school. So, let's just say it like that. So, a bunch of kids would always, like, make fun of how big my nose was, or, like, say stupid names about my nose. And it didn't really bother me in elementary school because I'm not old enough to understand, that sometimes, I don't know, I just wasn't old enough to understand that I was being bullied, I guess. I really didn't care. I didn't have that mentality yet. So then it wasn't until around the end of junior high school and then high school itself when it really started to take a toll on me. Like, I started getting depressed. I started getting low self-esteem. It just was really brutal on my whole thinking process. And just, even if it wasn't a bad thing, when people would always be like, oh yeah, she's the one with a big nose, right? Like, I don't want to be known as the girl with a big nose. Come on now. Like, can you say something about my personality or my hair? Like, not my nose. But that's what it was. And it was, I think what really set it in stone was whenever I was at work and we had a couple of, we had a big old group of guys come in, and they just wanted to run their mouth about all the employees that work there, and especially with the girls, they're pointing out all our flaws. And when one of the girls came and told us, and she was like, yeah, they want to run their mouth and talk about all the girls and their flaws, and so she was naming all of them. And then I was like, oh my gosh, let me hear it. Like, I know it's about my nose. And she goes, yeah, and they said that you had a big nose. And just right there, I don't know what it was, I just had so much fire in me about it. I was like, you know what, I don't even care because I'm getting it fixed. And then all the girls were like, no, 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 don't let what they said get you like that. I was like, no, like, I'm tired of this. I've always been bullied, or something's always been said about how my nose looks. I'm getting it fixed by the end of this year. And if anybody knows me personally, you know that if I say something in a group setting, or even if I say it to anybody, that I'm going to make it happen, regardless of how expensive it may be, how stupid. I've grown up a little bit, but, I would do what I said. So that was that. And later on that night when I got home, I had already been doing research throughout the years for a plastic surgeon, but right then and there I was just determined, and I found my doctor and I gave him a call that next morning. That's really what decided why I got my new job. It was just being bullied, or not really bullied, but just being made fun of so much. It just got to me, and I was to give you a good idea of what my nose used to look like. Here's a picture. And if I edit this right, hopefully this works. As you can see on my profile, the end of my nose kind of hooks, and it was a little long with that little bump. And then this other picture, this is the best one I have of the front kind of, but yeah, it's just long. Now you know what my nose used to look like, and this is what it looks like now, by the way. And I'll tell you in my revision video what I'm getting done, but that's what it looks like now. Anyways, that's the reason why I wanted to get the nose job in the first place.